What is going on, guys? Dalton here, back with another episode of DC Collects. Funko dropped another couple of 500-piece Freddy Funkos, one of which is going for a couple $1,000s already. Let's get collecting. Okay guys, so as you can tell by the intro, we are going to be talking about the Freddy Funkos that came in this year's Heavy Metal Halloween Box of Fun. Definitely some really sick Freddys in there. We're going to talk about the good and the bad. There's some complaints, but also some really good compliments to be made about these Funko Pops as well. Starting off with a couple of the more popular ones, guys, this is the Freddy as Soundwave. So they did come out with two different variants of this one being 4,000 piece. This is being considered the yellow version, non-metallic essentially, and a really great looking piece, guys, especially for Transformers fans. They're getting a really sick set with the Optimus Prime dropping last year, and of course the Megatron just with the last Box of Fun. But not only that, guys, there is a 500 piece variant that is metallic. This does come in the Phil D. Graves box, and there has been sold on eBay already, guys, for upwards of $2,000. That's Canadian, so in USD it'd be around 1,600, I believe. So definitely really crazy, guys. Really awesome to see Funko still bringing the heat with these 500 piece Freddys, as those are the kinds of numbers we like to see on limited piece pop. Next, with another pretty popular one, guys, this was the Freddy Funko as Casey Jones, and definitely one of my personal favorites, as I was a huge Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle fan when I was a kid. Absolutely loved it, and being a lifelong hockey fan, Casey Jones just naturally gravitated towards me. So they did have a 2,000 piece blacklight version of this pop, guys, as well as a 3,500 piece just regular version. I think both versions are sick. It does look like the blacklight version is going for a little bit more money than the regular version. Depending on which one you like, I guess it wouldn't matter, but I can see those definitely going up in the future, guys. It would go really well with the Freddy Funko as Turtles, which are super limited pieces, and I think this one will become really sought after in the future, guys. That goes with the Soundwave as well. And then a couple coming in for the superhero lineups here, guys. So we did get Freddy Funko as Lex Luthor. It looked like they used the body off the 100 years anniversary for WB Lex Luthor pop that just dropped not that long ago. Still really cool looking pop, guys, and to get a villain in Lex Luthor and have him as a Freddy, super sick. And definitely my favorite, will be no surprise to any of you guys who know me by now, is the Freddy as Mysterio, guys. So this was definitely the body off of the Entertainment Earth exclusive that just dropped not too long ago, which was a glow version. It doesn't look like this Mysterio glows, which is kind of odd to me. I really wish they had just left the glow body on him, but nonetheless, I love how the smoke is coming up from the bottom, really Mysterio-esque, and I just think with it being a villain and Mysterio kind of mysterious, it's really perfect for Halloween. Some people were kind of complaining that Mysterio didn't have his globe of a head, but I was kind of thinking about it, and if you think about Mysterio, the big thing about him is the whole globe is full of like smoke or mist the whole time. So you essentially, if you put the globe on, you wouldn't see Freddy's head, excuse me, and you'd essentially just have Mysterio with a crown on, which I think people would have complained about more. So in my opinion, this was a great way to do Freddy. And then getting into some controversial ones here, guys. So these are basically kind of repaint. These are the Freddy Zombies, guys. This year they did a glitter, no blood, and glow in the dark version, and essentially they were just repaints from last year's box. I still think they're great looking Freddys, everything like that, but that's what everyone's disappointed about this year, basically. And I think that will hinder the price, but it will make it very affordable, hopefully, for the people who do want to get these pops. And another one that we have got before, so this is the Atomic Freddy, guys. This year we got a blue version at 3,000 pieces, and we also got a shaded version at 5,000 pieces. So again, we have already got an Atomic Freddy before, but I think that these will still do fairly well market value wise, just because they will look great in a set together, and anyone who has that regular Atomic Freddy already is definitely going to want these two. And then the last of the Freddy, guys, were the Freddy Bones, which I really enjoyed this mold, guys. I think they smashed it out of the park with this Freddy Bones character. They're all super sick looking, and they did even do a 500 piece diamond version, which, like I said, that's a great number, I think, for the level of how many collectors there are in the hobby right now versus how limited the pieces should be to make them extremely sought after. There was also a white glow-in-the-dark version, a green glow-in-the-dark version, and a black and white version, which were all super sick in my opinion. Very dope figures. Funko hit it out of the park this year. Speaking of hitting it out of the park, we obviously should talk about the Mascots. They are the character that you pick to get your box of fun this year, and they did have Rusty Steels, Jack Carver, Sid Vicious, and Phil D. Graves, and guys, honestly, all of these were super sick designs. Kudos to Funko for these. These are super dope figures, with Rusty Steel probably being the least liked out of any of them for fan wise anyway, but in my opinion still looking super sick. My favorite had to be Sid Vicious. I kind of was getting some Abomination vibes off of him, which I thought was kind of cool. But I mean, Jack Carver with the candle coming out and the flames and the jack-o'-lantern, amazing character, as well as Phil D. Graves. As I love how he has his microphone as well as his guitar. He's obviously the singer of the band, so probably the most popular. But yeah, guys, overall, I do think it was a pretty good box. There was also some really sick sodas that came with it. The honorable mentions being the Chucky. There's a Freddy as Chucky, one with stitches and one without. So basically one when he's just the doll before he was cursed and one after he was cursed, essentially. And then the other one that is going to be very sought after is a 500 piece Freddy as monster, I believe. And any 500 piece soda, guys, is going to be highly sought after because that's one of the more limited piece Freddys that will be out there. So definitely drop a comment down below, guys. Let me know your favorite Freddy from this box and your favorite Mascot. Definitely some super sick choices there. I'd love to know what you guys have to say about it. But on that note, guys, obviously NYCC just ended this weekend. It looks like everyone had a great time. We saw a lot of really awesome Funko YouTubers and influencers there. Looked like Funko had an amazing setup going on. Looked like their booth was a lot of fun. And I do just have to give a shout out to Fun Maker Mike there, Mike Becker, the chief of fun, or whatever the heck they're calling him around Funko these days. But you don't see too many CEOs or people high up in companies coming to try and make sure that the fans are actually having fun, and you can just really see how he actually cares about us fanatics and just the collecting of Funko in general and having fun, obviously. So I thought that was super cool, guys. They were also giving out Protos at an eBay booth there, which would be super sick to get my hands on. I'd love to go to NYCC maybe next year or the following year. My son will be 1 in a bit next year, 2 in a bit the following year, so we'll see how his development goes and if he'll be ready for a trip then. But it'd be awesome to take him, and I'd love to go to NYCC and take you guys on a tour with. I will say before I end the video too, guys, as far as I know, there still are Rusty Steels and Sid Vicious boxes up on the Funko shop. For Canadians, I'm sorry we can't order from the Funko shop, but for my US viewers, you can still pick up a couple of those boxes. I will just note though that you cannot get the Freddy Soundwave in either of those boxes, so if you're looking for the high-end $2,000 Freddy, you won't be able to get them in those. But anyways, guys, that is all I have for you tonight. Thanks so much for watching. We'll catch you in the next video.